Nitpick time. There is a bill that has been introduced in the state of Oklahoma, and if it's happening here, it's probably already happened in your state as well. So be aware that things are like this are happening. It's Oklahoma House Bill 3068. Public entities cannot operate small unmanned aircraft systems from covered foreign entities after May 1st, 2027. Okay, there are a lot of red flags in this. Okay, first, the title that I get on the press release is Banning files a bill, and this is Representative Chris Banning from Bixby. He's a Republican. Files a bill to prohibit the purchase of foreign-made drones. Okay, that sounds good, especially if you're thinking, oh yeah, this is, but then I'm sitting here, my first thought is, it's nobody's business where I buy my drones or who made the drones that I buy. If I want to buy a drone, I want to buy the best quality for the least amount of money, get the biggest bang for my buck type thing, right? Well, this legislation that he has filed would restrict the state of Oklahoma from purchasing or operating small drones that are built or assembled by a foreign entity without specific waivers. So they're leaving themselves a little opening here. But I'm sitting here, okay, let's think about this. Let's say the State Highway Patrol or the State Fire Marshal is doing an investigation. There are bad guys loose, okay? Do you want them to be operating a piece of equipment that might not be the best quality in order to find this bad guy? Or there's a child missing, got lost out in the pasture in a cornfield somewhere or something, which is really scary. If you've never been in a cornfield before, corn is very, very tall whenever it's ready to harvest. A lot of crops can get taller than like a 2 or 3 year old child toddling around. You lose a child out in that stuff, it is hard to find them. So a drone could make it easier, right? There's good and there's bad. There's pros and cons on this all the way around, right? But I'm just sitting here, if I have an emergency, if there's a bad guy in my area, if a child is lost in my area, I want them using the best possible equipment, technology, whatever, to do their job properly, okay? So this sounds like something that to me, this is what it sounds like to me, that there's a possibility, and this is speculation and, but it sounds like it is possible to me that there's an up-and-coming Oklahoma company that is going to be producing drones and said, we don't want the state of Oklahoma to use any others but ours. So it sounds to me like there could be a Oklahoma business trying to cover themselves and say, I want to make this for the state of Oklahoma where they can exclusively only buy mine at the price that I set. And I've got a problem with that. I'm a business owner. I understand how competition works and stuff. Competition is good. And if we want to stop Americans from buying foreign stuff, we need to look back in time to a time period before Mr. BC came into office and all of his things that he did to take American companies out of the U.S., to encourage American companies to work outside of the U.S., and to encourage more not U.S. stuff to be used and purchased. And we need to, get past that, go back in time and say, okay, what did people used to buy foreign things for? They were luxury items. Tea from China, fashion from France, coffee from Arabia or South America. They were luxury items. And yes, I love my coffee and my husband loves his tea, but if it's not made in the US, it should be a luxury item. And that's what tariffs are for, to help pay for the Navy and those types of things. But we've turned that around and we've made it backwards, and we're punishing US companies, especially small businesses, small US businesses, and we're making these small US businesses the luxury items rather than our everyday purchases. And our everyday purchases have ended up being junk because there is no encouragement for foreign countries to make quality stuff for people in the United States, because we've become a throwaway society. So yes, they've got child labor and terrible labor laws and things like that going on, and we're going, oh my goodness, the atrocities. Well, stop buying it, and then watch out for bills like this. Watch out for this kind of stuff, because on the top, the flavor of it sounds good. Oh yeah, we don't want the state of Oklahoma to buy foreign made stuff. Well, if that's the case, then there's a different way to go about this. Okay, U.S. made stuff needs to stop being luxury, and stuff from outside of the U.S. needs to, and that is a business thing. That's not the government saying you have to use only U.S. made stuff. That's wrong. That's legislating choice. That's legislating morality. That's legislating choice. Okay? We don't want to legislate choice. Leave choice in there. We've had years and years and years of people saying, I want the right to choose. No, you don't. You only want the right to choose the things that you want to choose. But you want to regulate the right of everybody else's right to choose in a lot of other ways, right? So we need to be careful of things like this. And those of you from Oklahoma, House Bill 3068, you need to talk to your congressman about this one and say, hey, what's going on here? What's the underlying thing? Who's padding his pocket to introduce this bill? Look at the money behind it. And who is wanting to have the rights to sell everything to the state of Oklahoma and all of the different departments, okay? And is this really the best for the people of Oklahoma? We need to be thinking about those things. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. There's going to be a lot of bills kind of going through here lately. I'm trying to sift through them, see what's going on. This is stuff that'll come up in your local newspaper, maybe. Sometimes the newspaper thinks that something like this is important, sometimes they don't. It depends on whether or not they understand what's behind it, and they have enough advertisements to put all of these in the paper, right? And I have no idea what's on the TV because I don't even go there. Turn that booger off. So if you like this kind of stuff, you want to see more about it, then definitely let me know in the comments that this is the kind of things that you'd like to see from me, and I will do more.